Today, in a New York federal courtroom, Sean Diddy Combs told the judge he was, quote, a little nervous. The rap mogul's criminal trial began this morning. He is trafficking, racketeering, and more.
Because we now know who all the prosecutors will be on Diddy's trial. They're all women. They have assembled a team of female prosecutors, and that is definitely not by...
From red carpet glamour to serious legal troubles, the Combs family, especially music mogul Sean Diddy Combs and his son Christian, is facing a major public spotlight. What once seemed like a picture-perfect Hollywood story has taken a dramatic turn, revealing troubling claims that have surprised many. The situation has quickly grown from quiet rumours to a major legal challenge, drawing attention across the country. At the heart of it is a family known for success and fame, now navigating tough times that could impact their legacy. While the details continue to unfold, the focus remains on the facts and the legal process ahead. This isn't just a news story, it's a moment of truth for a high-profile family whose next steps are being watched closely by millions. Stay tuned, there's more to come.
For two women who said that they had been abused, saying it happened decades ago, and they thought that they could look at the evidence in this case, which is about assault, and view it fair and unbiased based on what comes into the courtroom. And one woman who is proceeding said she was arrested when she was 16 for shoplifting at Harry Potter's World at Universal Studios. The judge asked her what she stole. She said it was a wand.
Serious claims have surfaced against Christian Combs, drawing national attention. Grace Marai, a young flight attendant, has come forward with troubling allegations related to a December 2022 yacht trip, which she says began as a family-friendly event, but quickly became overwhelming. She claims that while on a yacht reportedly chartered by Sean Diddy Combs, Christian encouraged her to drink tequila she believed had been tampered with. What followed, she says, was an incident in a private onboard studio that deeply affected her well-being. Grace has provided audio recordings she says support her account. She also shared how the experience impacted her mental health, career, and relationship. Christian's legal team has strongly denied the accusations, calling them unfounded. However, the story has raised many questions and continues to unfold in the public eye. Reports describe the yacht's environment as one of high-profile guests, blurred boundaries, and unchecked behaviour. While no verdict has been reached, the situation has placed intense scrutiny on Christian and the Combs family. Grace's decision to speak out has sparked widespread discussion, and the legal process is now underway. The public and media continue to watch closely as more information is expected to emerge in the coming weeks.
I suppose it could be coincidence. I don't think it's coincidence, and especially given the nature of the case.
Yes.
Because when you look at who is examining these various witnesses, especially female alleged victims, of which there will be 4.
What's making this situation even more serious is the growing talk about tension between Christian Combs and his father, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Some insiders claim the family is facing strain behind the scenes, and there's even speculation that Christian might consider testifying in a way that could affect his father, an idea many find hard to imagine. If true, it could mark a major shift in one of the entertainment industry's most well-known families. Christian now faces serious legal pressure, and while nothing has been proven in court, the stakes are extremely high. It's unclear whether these rumours reflect the truth or are simply the result of intense media scrutiny. In the meantime, more information continues to surface. Grace Marai, who previously came forward with serious allegations, has shared more details about what she says happened during a 2022 yacht trip. According to her, Christian's actions crossed several lines, including pressuring her to drink and making unwanted advances. Most alarming are the audio recordings said to have been captured in a recording space on board. Grace's voice is reportedly heard asking Christian to stop, calmly but firmly, as troubling sounds play in the background. These recordings, reportedly made by a producer present at the time, are now seen as important evidence. While Christian's legal team denies all claims, the situation is raising questions not just about his behaviour, but about the atmosphere around the family during that time. As the investigation continues, public interest remains high, and many are watching to see how this complex and emotional story unfolds.
So Diddy, after the Cassie lawsuit, gets hit with a bunch of lawsuits, and then ultimately the raids, and then this criminal case.
Where does Sean Diddy Combs fit into all of this? The legal case involving his son Christian is now raising bigger questions about Diddy himself. For decades, he's been a major force in the entertainment world, known for building a successful brand through hard work and determination. But recent developments have put that legacy under serious scrutiny. Diddy is now facing a federal investigation and multiple lawsuits that include serious claims about his past conduct. Adding to that, Grace Marai's legal case names him as a co-defendant, stating he played a role in the environment that led to the alleged incident. As the legal situation unfolds, the connection between father and son becomes more complicated, and many are watching closely to see what comes next.
Let's talk about the filth that's starting to come out in the early days of the Diddy trial. This, of course, is P. Diddy. Surprise, surprise, he's a creep. Surprise, surprise, he's done horrible things.
Is this a case of a well-known father unknowingly allowing his son's actions? Or is there a deeper issue at play, shaped by years of influence and behaviour? Some observers see strong similarities between the allegations facing Christian Combs and those that have followed Sean Diddy Combs for years. These concerns have raised questions about whether certain behaviours were part of a long-standing pattern within the family. What once appeared to be a united front is now showing signs of strain. As legal proceedings move forward, many are wondering what impact this will have on the Combs family's reputation. Known for their wealth, fame and influence, the family is now facing intense scrutiny as more details come to light. This story is far from over, and with every new update, the public is paying close attention. What happens next may reveal even more about the pressures, choices and challenges behind a very public image.
Dishonest, violent, horrible. A promiscuous swinger who lied to and cheated on multiple partners. Incredibly, that's how Sean Diddy Combs' own lawyers describe the billionaire music mogul, currently facing serious trafficking charges in a New York court.
Just as the case involving Christian Combs gains momentum, another major development has shaken the public. Testimony from Cassie, Sean Diddy Combs' former partner and artist. Her decision to speak out has brought serious attention to Diddy's conduct, raising concerns that many had quietly questioned for years. Cassie's statements in court describe a troubling environment shaped by control and fear, both personally and professionally. Her account has added a powerful new layer to the ongoing investigations, and the impact of her words is being felt throughout the industry. As this story unfolds, more eyes are turning toward the full picture.
Are you surprised by the evidence that's already coming out in the criminal trial?
No, I'm not surprised. I experienced some of those things. Witnessed violence.
Cassie, former partner of Sean Diddy Combs, recently shared a deeply emotional account of their relationship, describing 10 years marked by what she called constant control and mistreatment. In her court testimony, she spoke of fear for her career, her loved ones, and herself. It was embarrassing. It was painful. No one should have to go through that, she reportedly told the court, her voice calm but filled with emotion. Her story offers more than just a glimpse into her personal experience. It also raises larger questions, especially in light of the claims now facing Christian Combs. Some are beginning to wonder, did the environment Cassie described play a role in shaping Christian's behaviour? Was he influenced by what he may have seen growing up? While no conclusions have been reached, Cassie's testimony is prompting deeper conversations. As the legal cases continue, the public is left to consider the potential impact of family dynamics and influence.
Well, the things that I experienced with him were monster-like. That stuff almost destroyed my life.
Sean Diddy Combs is now facing serious legal scrutiny as federal investigators continue looking into his past. A growing investigation has already led to searches at his homes in Los Angeles and Miami, uncovering troubling claims tied to his lifestyle and events he hosted. Authorities allege that some gatherings were far from what they appeared, with reports mentioning manipulation, substance use, and mistreatment. Diddy has firmly denied all accusations, calling them completely false and deeply offensive. Still, the investigation is ongoing, and more voices are speaking out. In addition to Grace Marai's lawsuit, others close to Diddy have also come forward. One of them is Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a former producer who claims he was pressured into filming hours of sensitive material related to questionable activities. Jones said he felt stuck in the situation, afraid to walk away due to possible consequences. His testimony has added weight to the case and raised questions about whether this behaviour was more widespread than initially believed. While none of these claims have been proven in court, the number of people stepping forward is growing, and the legal process is far from over. As these matters unfold, public interest in the full scope of this case continues to rise.
Like, wow, for Diddy? What? You know, that was a person that I looked up to, he was a mogul, and I listened to all the artists that he made superstars. And so to have a chance to be able to be signed to him, it was amazing. It was like, oh my God, I'm here. I finally did it.
Another serious claim comes from a former staff member who worked at one of Sean Diddy Combs' homes. She says she was pressured into signing a non-disclosure agreement after witnessing troubling behaviour during private gatherings hosted by the music icon. While she hasn't shared full details publicly, her legal team suggests they have strong evidence that could be important to the broader investigation. This isn't just about one person, her attorney said. It's about a system that allowed concerning behaviour to go unchecked for far too long. A separate case was filed by a former assistant at one of Diddy's companies. She alleges a toxic work environment where she experienced verbal mistreatment, pressure, and unwanted attention. According to her, speaking up felt impossible due to fear of losing her job or facing backlash. Her legal filing, submitted earlier this year, includes text messages and emails she claims support her story. If verified, they could become key pieces of evidence. As these allegations come forward, they continue to paint a complex picture. While Diddy has denied all claims, the number of individuals speaking out is growing, and the investigation remains ongoing.
He cornered me, and then he asked me, with his arm up, he asked me, "How you doing?" I'm kind of like, wow, what the heck? Very uncomfortable. And then he rubbed his hand down my breast. He said, "If you need anything at all, you let me know."
Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a music producer who once worked closely with Sean Diddy Combs, has come forward with serious claims about his time under Diddy's employment. Jones says he was pressured into staying in a work environment that made him deeply uncomfortable. According to his lawsuit, he was required to be present during private encounters he felt were inappropriate and was even instructed to record them, without the knowledge of those involved. Jones describes a workplace filled with intense control and surveillance. In a recent interview, he said it felt like he was constantly being watched, with security staff reportedly tracking movements and limiting conversations. As more people begin to share similar experiences, the scope of the investigation continues to grow. Jones's claims, along with others, have raised serious questions about how power was used behind closed doors. While Diddy's legal team strongly denies all accusations and claims they are part of a targeted attempt to damage his name, the rising number of voices now speaking out is hard to ignore. Many of these individuals are breaking years of silence, determined to have their experiences acknowledged.
I'm sorry, I'm just I'm in this moment right now. This is crazy. I'm sorry. People don't really know how much what it does to you when something that you love is taken from you and thrown away like it don't even matter, and then they move on with their lives and you're stuck. You're stuck during those years. You're still stuck 21 years later.
The family's public reaction to these serious allegations has been one of unity, or at least that's the picture they are sharing on social media. Diddy's children have posted supportive messages and family photos, all seeming to show strength and togetherness. In one Instagram post, they wrote, "We stand united, supporting you every step of the way." But is this display sincere, or is it a strategic effort to shift focus away from the growing number of accusations? People close to the family say that behind closed doors, things are far from peaceful. Tensions are high as they try to deal with the fallout from these scandals. There's also a lot at stake for Diddy's business empire. For decades, his name has been linked with success, from his Bad Boy Records label to ventures in fashion and beverages. Yet, as these claims gain attention, cracks are starting to appear. Sponsors are said to be rethinking their deals, and industry insiders are questioning what this could mean for Diddy's legacy. Could this mark a turning point for one of entertainment's most powerful figures? And what impact might this have on the future of his family, especially Christian, who is also facing serious legal challenges? The story is still unfolding, and the world is watching closely.
The centerpiece of a lot of what happened during direct testimony were freak-offs. And what the prosecution tried to show was that he forced and or coerced her into doing these freak-offs. And we've talked about this earlier this week, that at least my opinion is that in a lot of these, the prosecution just didn't close the loop. It was something she felt.
As the trial date nears, the pressure on Christian is growing stronger. Rumours suggest he might consider a plea deal, which could involve testifying against his father in return for a lighter sentence. Such a decision would shake the family and the entertainment world, but it could also be Christian's best chance to protect his future. The big question is whether Christian can turn against his father, the man who has been his guide and role model, or if he will stay loyal, even if it puts everything at risk. The possibility of Christian testifying adds a new level of tension to an already intense story. If he does speak out, what secrets might come to light? What evidence could emerge? Most importantly, how would this affect the family? The Combs. Family has always shown a united front, but this trial may reveal cracks that have long been hidden beneath the surface. It's a critical moment, and many are watching to see what will happen next.
They saw evidence in the case. They immediately honed in on racketeering, and they started saying, why is this racketeering with one guy? And they're charging this one guy. They had a real problem with that. They did not have a problem with the Mann Act. They found him guilty on the Mann Act, and they hung 6-6 on racketeering.
Looking at the bigger picture, this case connects to a wider discussion happening across the entertainment industry. From the Me Too movement to ongoing efforts to address power imbalances in Hollywood, the accusations against Diddy and Christian highlight important issues about responsibility and the misuse of influence. This trial could become a key moment for holding powerful people accountable, or it might sadly follow the pattern where wealth and fame protect them from consequences. The legal battle is far from over, and the stakes are extremely high for Grace Murray and others who have come forward. This case offers a chance for them to find justice and be heard. For Christian, it's a fight to protect his reputation and freedom. For Diddy, it's about defending not only his name, but also the empire he has built over many years. As we wait for what happens next, it's clear that the Combs family story is more than just a courtroom drama. It's a complex story about power, trust, and the challenges fame can bring. If Christian does decide to testify, will new details come out? Will justice be achieved? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. There's much more to come, and you won't want to miss it.